History was written by men, but women are most influential in stories of history past. The Bible bears that out. Welcome. I'm Rowena Wignack. Join me as we explore her story. Influential women of the Bible. The Bible is accurate in its reporting. It discusses all manner of human activity brought about by human imperfection. Death and murder is included. There are many ways to die in the Bible, but among the most embarrassing is death by woman. It's not often that women kill people in the Bible, but when they do, oh, do they do. Now, you may be familiar with some, but there's one you may not be familiar with. But to understand her, first, you have to understand the man she killed. In Judges chapter 8, we meet Abimelech, one of Gideon's 70 sons. Abimelech, with presumptuous impudence, sought to make himself king. Cunningly, he went back to his mother's hometown of Shechem and got the support of the elders, and they did make him king. So with their financial support, he hired thugs and ruffians to go back to his father's home and kill all his brothers but one. But God didn't like ugly. So Jehovah caused a bad spirit to develop between Abimelech and the people he ruled over, and they rebelled. You know, the people of Shechem fought back against Abimelech, and it did not end well because he killed everyone in the city. The ones that got away were held up in a tower in a place called El Berith. But he didn't show them any mercy. He burned that tower while the people were still there. Yeah, he burned alive over 1,000 people. Crazy. But now he's high and full of just bloodlust. Yeah, he went to another city called Thebez, and that's where he met his match. Because in Thebez, those people also held up in a tower. But there was one woman with one millstone ready. That woman threw the millstone off the tower, and it landed on Abimelech's head. His 3-year reign came to an end when he asked his sword bearer to run him through, so it would not be said that a woman killed him. That woman is with us today. Thank you for joining us.
Hello. Oh my goodness, my bullets. My bullets done fell out of my neck. There you go, bullets. That's a good place for you. That one. Oh my goodness. This was very uncomfortable for the ride here. Took me 40 days to get here. 40 days and 40 nights.
Yes.
I just want to...
Whoa. Don't want any of that.
Oh, okay. I just thought you would have liked to see how
peaceful interview here.
Oh, yeah. So peaceful.
Come on and have a seat, lady on the tower now.
Yes.
Tell us, how did you feel when you heard about the fact that Abimelech had murdered his brothers? He murdered everyone in his hometown. He burned alive everyone in El Berith, and now he was on his way to Thebez, your home city.
Now, look here. This Abimelech, he ain't put no fire in me. I never liked him. I never liked the people he hung around, them thugs.
He did.
With the loud, bumpity music. I couldn't stand it. So, he had what was coming for him.
You finally ended up in the city tower. What was the people's mood there?
Now look, the men were crying. Men cry so much. The ladies, they were scared of the heights. I had to slap a few people.
Whoa.
Now I got carpal tunnel. Now
From slapping the people?
From all the slappings.
Wow, okay.
They repeated multiple times. It was too much.
Yes, it sounds like it was a lot. But, did you panic? Were you in any state of panic at the time?
Sweetheart, let me tell you something. I don't panic, I punish.
Oh.
Now, those boys were trying to get me. I got the switches for them behinds. I was starting to get the whipping. How about your child?
Wow.
So, one, I had the flip flops. Got them from Bloomingdale's. Nice, $4.99. $5. That's beautiful discount. I threw one, and I threw it right here, right between the eyes.
Wow.
The old bullseye. Other one cracked the other one upside his head. I ain't have no more for Abimelech. I ain't have no more.
So, what did you do?
Well, I found a milestone. And I threw it straight out his head.
It's called the millstone, right?
Milestone.
Okay, that's good.
I threw it straight out his head.
Okay, so the millstone hit him.
Yes, it did. David and Goliath, yes.
Wow. So you were David in this story, and Abimelech was Goliath.
I wouldn't say he was Goliath. I would say he was more of a disgusting piece of scum of the earth.
Wow. Now that's crazy, but did he say anything? Did you hear him say anything?
He was talking trash. So much trash came out that man's mouth. He come back up. I was busy. I'm tired, lady. That walk up there got me then sweating. I got the hot flashes then tearing me up.
Right.
And I got a roasted lamb in the oven.
Can't burn that roast.
I can't burn it.
Yeah.
My little grandsons was coming over so they could eat it.
Mhm.
Little Bill Hayes, he was coming over. Oh my goodness, you want to see a picture of him?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this little boy is so cute. Everybody, I just want you to know, my little boy is the cutest little thing you ever done seen. Oh my gosh, you see him? Oh my gosh, camera, can you turn that to this? Oh my god.
So he was coming over.
He was coming over to eat that roast lamb.
So you had to take action.
I had to take action.
I see,
had
I
no
see.
time for him.
Were you disappointed that you didn't get a chance to really give him that final blow?
You see, now I wasn't disappointed because I beat both of them. But for me, a woman, you gonna get a man to kill you. You done disrespect me. I was running down there to get him, but I slipped. I slipped up on them stairs.
Wow.
And by the time I got back down there, the boy done had stabbed that man.
The boy done had.
He done had stabbed that man.
Yes.
He done had stabbed that man.
Okay, well, thank you so much for
Oh my
joining
God,
us.
thank you.
It's not often that we meet a warrior such as yourself, unexpected warrior, who also makes one mean roasted lamb.
Oh, so
From original gangster of the Bez to the boss's lady in Egypt. Yes, I speak of none other than Potiphar's wife. There's scarcely an example of a lying, thirsty female than this one. We sat down with her to see if she had any remorse over her actions concerning Joseph. She did.
Oh.
Yes. Hello, darlings. Hello.
Miss Potiphar.
Yes.
Please sit down, Miss Potiphar. As you can see, Miss Potiphar demanded a live studio audience.
Yes, and I love them. Yes.
Calm down, everyone. Calm down. Now, Miss Potiphar, as you know, you are forever known notoriously as the woman who attempted to seduce Joseph.
Yes, the one that got away.
Yeah, but do you really and truly feel no remorse, no regret at all?
Regrets? I guess the only regret I feel is never getting my hands on them abs, honey. She got a point.
Okay, well, you know, I think the accusations that you made landed him in prison. I mean, how do you feel about that?
I feel that it was deserved. What type of man passes up an opportunity like me?
But what about your husband, Mrs. Potiphar?
What about my husband? He's a chief official of Pharaoh. He's always busy doing this and that. You know, I need entertainment. I need attention.
Yeah, but you're still a married woman, aren't you? I mean,
Married woman?
yes.
I don't think you really understand the position that I was in. You see, like I said, my husband's always doing this and that. You know, I'm sitting around all by myself, and here comes fine Joseph, that sweet prime piece of rich, walking around his little servant uniform, always being nice, always being polite. And look at me, I'm Potiphar's wife. Look at me. at me and look at him, a little servant boy. Why should I not have him?
Okay, well, what would you say to your husband now?
To Potiphar? Well, I would say the same thing I said before. I would say, darling, that boy, Joseph, violated me.
Okay.
Throw him in the dungeon immediately.
You're disgusting. And what would you say to Joseph?
Call me.
For all of human history, the no-nonsense woman has struck terror in the hearts of mischievous children. But what about when that woman is a bear? And what about when that bear is two bears? This story takes place in the book of Kings, 2 Kings to be exact, chapter 2. The brave prophet Elisha had just become the successor of Elijah. He had already had miracles under his belt. He was wearing the official garment of Elijah, the same Elijah who killed hundreds of Baal prophets. But kids are foolish fools. And because they received no home training, they mocked the prophet of God. They called him, "You bald head." It's true. And Elisha finally turned around and cursed them in the name of Jehovah. Our next great female emerged with her friend to make a kids' meal out of 42 children. Only one bear joins us today. Her friend is on probation and couldn't leave the woods, but she-bear number 2 has joined us to relay to us this grim tale. She brought her interpreter today, since there are still some people who do not speak bear in this day and age. Thank you so much for joining us today, she-bear number 2. I know it's almost winter for you and hibernation is just around the corner.
It's okay. I took a nap before I came. Thanks for having me.
Oh. So tell me about the workout regimen that you have that allows you to be able to take down 42 children.
Well, I don't really work out. Bear life is actually very grueling, so it keeps me toned. Climbing trees, catching slippery fish, carrying toilet paper through the woods. It keeps me fit. We just got the idea to rip those kids apart. You know how people say God don't like ugly? Those kids were really acting ugly, and I felt that it was my calling in life at that time.
Wow, interesting. Now, in these critical times that we live in, children are very disobedient to parents and very, very disrespectful. Is there anything you would like to say to the children today?
Be good or be food.
Wow, fascinating. And well said, she-bear. We thank you so much. What a lesson to learn for all the youngsters out there. Our next woman comes from the New Testament. She comes from a rich and influential, albeit dysfunctional family. You see, her mother was sleeping with her husband's brother. And even though that may have been the norm in first century's depraved society, there was one man who called a spade a spade. His name was John. He was Jesus' cousin. He bravely told Herod that it was unlawful for him to have his brother's wife. That brother's wife was Herodias, and her estranged daughter is here to tell us her story. Now, what did you think about your mother's behavior?
Well, at first I thought it was weird how much my uncle Herod was coming over the house, but then he bought me some dance necklaces and Jewish jazz hands. So, I didn't really care. I I now know that he only did that to get me out of the house. But I was just a kid and I liked to dance, so that's all I really cared about.
Yes, Jewish Jazz Hands is really one of the top dance companies in Jerusalem, I know. But how did you get involved in the murder of one of God's servants?
It's really my mother's fault.
Mm.
That's why I haven't seen her in like years.
Well, why don't you explain what happened?
Okay, well, my uncle threw a party and all his top men were there. My mom was being the typical stage mother, put on Vaseline on my teeth and shine me with glitter. I hated that costume. But my mother, she's not the type of person that you can say no to.
No, she's not.
Like I said, I just wanted to dance. I heard that Simon of Jerusalem Got Talent was going to be there, so I was excited. Maybe he could sign me to a contract. I could travel and get away from her once and for all.
But that's not what happened, is it?
No, I did my dance. I killed it. The whole room was lit. People were cheering and toasting and yelling encore. I did it. My life was about to change. My uncle called me up and said I tore the floor up so good he would give me anything I asked for, up to half his kingdom.
That's an unbelievably generous offer. Those must have been some serious dance moves. Why don't you give us a sample?
No, I couldn't.
Oh, okay, well...
If you insist.
Very impressive. Now, why aren't you a whole half-kingdom richer today?
Oh my God, my mother though. Before I could say anything, she grabbed me and told me to go get John's head. She said Jesus the Nazarene was from a dance team.
A dance team?
She said they were sure to steal my spot unless I got rid of the leader dancing.
John? What? That seems a little odd. I mean, their thing was preaching, not dancing.
Oh, okay, well, so I was a kid, and I don't think as well as I dance. So I did it. When I rubbed their hand on the platter, I immediately regretted that decision. The judge from Jerusalem's Got Talent saw me with the head and freaked out. He wouldn't even speak to me again.
What did you realize in that moment?
And I realized that I was just played by my mother to get what she wanted. She manipulated me 100%.
So, what are your plans now?
Well, you know, I still dance. I got a new dance video coming out. That's why I agreed to do this little interview. So I could tell all y'all to go out and get you a kingdom. It's a step-by-step tutorial that guarantees you to get a kingdom.
Wow. And I also heard you have a new dance coming out called Drop That Drachma. Why don't you show us how that goes?
Ball out like got drinks on dick, lights, camera, action, pimps on set.